Hello, I'm Mike, and today we're going over some tips and tools on securing your website. As the internet exploded in popularity and became the new go-to method of communication, research, and shopping, website security checks are critical to thwarting the spread of malware and spam. In this video, we will offer a few tips on removing the low-hanging fruit malware authors take advantage of. But before we get too far, I want to let you know that there'll be links to more resources in the video's description below. And remember, subscribe and ring that bell to get notifications for future helpful content. Let's get started. If your site has malware, a good security plugin should do the trick in removing it. We have a few quick tips for securing your website and preventing infection before it can happen. You can apply most of these tips in minutes, so they should be easy to set up even if you're unfamiliar with WordPress and web security. When hackers are probing for a way into your site, they'll often turn to the server to look for exploits. There's plenty of cheap hosting out there, but they don't always invest in the most secure servers. Shared hosting can be a vector for infection. If one website is infected with malware, it could potentially spread to every site on the server. So you could end up with a site full of viruses and SEO spam, and it wouldn't even be your fault. That's why it's vital to do your research and pick a host that cares about security and invest in secure servers. You'll still need to put the work into securing your website, but at the server level, your data is safe. Kinsta leverages Cloudflare's secure firewall to protect customer sites. In addition to the IP-based protection that we currently provide with the Google Cloud Platform Firewall, Cloudflare's firewall solution lets us block malicious traffic with more specific rule sets. Overall, this means we'll be able to provide better protection for your WordPress site. In addition to firewall protection, our Cloudflare integration also includes free DDoS protection. DDoS attacks work by flooding sites with large amounts of traffic in a short period of time with the goal of crippling server resources, causing the site to crash. DDoS attacks affect millions of sites every year and can have a huge impact on business revenues. Two-step authentication, also known as two-factor authentication or 2FA, adds another login step. Besides username and password, you or anyone pretending to be you will also need another piece of information, a unique additional code. It could be a numerical code sent to your phone, which can make your WordPress account nearly uncrackable through brute force. Alternatively, it may require email verification or a piece of information only you know. While there's no built-in way to enable two-factor authentication, many plugins add the functionality to WordPress. Kinsta offers two-factor authentication to all customers. If you're not a Kinsta user though, the WordPress security plugin I mentioned earlier comes with 2FA built in. You can also try another website security tools like two-factor plugin for email codes or Duo to set up two-factor phone authentication through an app. Backing up your site can't save it from people trying to break in, but if something ever does happen, having a backup will be invaluable. It can mean the difference between losing weeks or even years of work and simply restoring to a backup from before the hack. If you're with Kinsta, we'll cover you with daily automated backups that are stored for 2 weeks. 30 days for those who have Kinsta's agency partner program. In addition, you can create 5 manual backups and 1 downloadable backup per week. And there are optional add-ons to backup hourly or export to the cloud. Plugins like Updraft Plus can help. It's best to choose a service that backs up daily at a minimum to minimize data loss. A Web Application Firewall, or WAF, uses strict rules to filter incoming traffic, blocklisting IPs known to be associated with hacking or DDoS attacks. It prevents many attacks from ever reaching your server. As we were saying a few moments ago, Kinsta provides all of its customers with enterprise-level firewall and DDoS protection at no additional cost. Sometimes you need to connect to your site with FTP to add or modify files. It's always better to use SFTP over FTP. The difference is simple. SFTP is secure and FTP isn't. With FTP, your data isn't encrypted. If someone manages to intercept the connection between you and your server, they could see everything from your FTP login credentials to any files you upload. Always connect with SFTP. You might also consider using SSH Access, which allows you to connect to a command prompt and manage your site more directly. It's safe, secure, and can remotely handle simple tasks. DDoS attacks slow your website to a crawl by spamming your server with thousands of bogus requests, preventing potential readers or customers from accessing it. Here are a few tips to stop them before they happen. Have a plan in place for when a DDoS attack hits. You don't want to be panicking when you need to alert your web host and stop the attack. Use a web application firewall that may be able to detect fake traffic. Use specifically tailored anti-DDoS software. Disable xml-rpc.php to prevent third-party apps from using your server. And disable the REST API for general users. Sites hosted at Kinsta take advantage of our Cloudflare's integration with IP-based and firewall protection, which is able to detect and block DDoS attacks or any malicious event immediately. Brute force attacks can be similar to DDoS attacks, but the goal is to guess your admin password and break into the site rather than bring your server down. That said, these can slow your site down as well. Again, a WAF can filter out bot traffic and blatant brute force attempts. Use two-step authentication on your admin account. Set up an activity log and keep an eye on unauthorized login attempts. Change the login page URL and limit the number of login attempts. Password protect your login page. Use a long, randomly generated password and change it every year or so. Besides those we've already mentioned, here are a few more online security tools that will help you lock down your website. Intruder.io. This helps you scan for the latest vulnerabilities. SSL Server Test. It's a developer tool that analyzes your SSL certificate and identifies weaknesses. The HTML Purifier filters out malicious code and XSS, and it's great if you have infected code that you need help to clean up. Mozilla Observatory. It gives you actionable advice to purge your code of common vulnerabilities. SQL Map is a penetrating testing tool to identify exploits in your SQL code. Detectify. It scans your web apps with the help of ethical hackers. WP Scan is a CLI-based WordPress scanner. And SonarQube. It helps you write standard compliant code free of security vulnerabilities. Is your website safe from attack? Make sure you've ticked almost everything on this checklist. Are you using a secure and high-quality hosting environment? Have you scanned your site with a plugin or online scanner to check for viruses? Have you installed an activity log, and are you monitoring it for unusual changes? Are you and any user with high-level privileges using secure passwords and two-factor authentication? Are all emails correct? Are WordPress, its themes and plugins, and underlying systems such as PHP up to date? Is your SSL certificate secure and up to date? Have you checked for unexplainable changes, deletion, or addition of content, or leaks you didn't add in your web pages, settings, or files? Is your login page protected by a password and limited login attempts? Have you checked for new users you didn't add? Are forms, comment boxes, and other sources of user input secured? Have you disabled xml-rpc.php and the REST API to prevent DDoS attacks? Have you disabled theme and plugin editing in the dashboard? Do you have a daily backup service in place? Do you have a Web Application Firewall set up? Do you need more security tips? Share with us and feel free to share your suggestions in the comments below. Kinsta's WordPress hosting can speed up your website by up to 200%, and you'll get 24/7 support from our expert WordPress engineers. Let us show you the Kinsta difference. Try a free demo of our My Kinsta dashboard at demo.kinsta.com. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more tutorials, explainers, and helpful content like this.